It started so casually. No expectations, no plans, no promises. Just two people talking. We were never meant to be this close, but somehow here we are. I still remember how it started. A random conversation after midnight. Nothing serious, nothing complicated. Just two strangers killing time. You told me something about your hometown, I joked about mine. And somehow 3 hours disappeared without either of us realizing. At first you were just somebody whose name lit up my screen. Just another person in a world full of people I need. But slowly things started changing, the way they always do. One conversation became 10, then 10 became every day. You became the first person I wanted to tell things to. The first person I think about when something good happened or something bad happened. And honestly, that should've scared me, but it felt so natural. I never questioned it. Some connections arrive quietly, without asking for permission. And before you know it, they've changed everything. We were never meant to be this close, never part of the plan. Never supposed to know each other the way we did back then. We were never meant to be this close, but somehow here we are. Now every memory of you feels written on my heart. Oh, we were never meant to be this close. Oh, maybe that's why it hurts. I learned your coffee order before I learned your middle name. Learned how your voice sounded when you were trying to hide pain. Learned what songs made you emotional, which dreams kept you awake. Learned all the little details most people never stay long enough to see it. Somewhere in between the jokes and the late night calls, the random voice notes and all the unnecessary conversations. You stopped feeling temporary, you stopped feeling accidental. You started feeling familiar, like someone I've known forever. And that's the dangerous part. Nobody warns you about the people who become important without making an announcement. One day they're just somebody, the next they're part of your routine. And suddenly losing them feels impossible to imagine. Maybe that's why I didn't notice how much you meant to me, until the thought of losing you started scaring me. We were never meant to be this close, never part of the plan. Never supposed to know each other the way we did back then. Ooh, we were never meant to be this close, but somehow here we are. Now every memory of you feels written on my heart. Oh, we were never meant to be this close. Oh, maybe that's why it hurts. 3:40 in the morning, city lights outside my window, and I'm thinking about how strange life is, how one random moment can read a. You know it's dangerous, not falling in love, that's normal. The dangerous part is when somebody starts feeling like home before you even realize it. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. I remember telling myself to move slow, keep my distance, protect my peace, take my time before letting somebody close. Cause the last few years taught me lessons about trusting too easily, about giving too much before knowing who somebody really is. And you showed up without trying too hard, without saying all the right things, without forcing anything. And somehow that made it worse, cause it felt natural. The kind of connection that sneaks past your defenses. You became part of my everyday without making a big entrance. One day we were talking casually, the next day I couldn't imagine not hearing from you. And that's when I should've known I was already in trouble. I wasn't looking for I was just looking for conversation. Funny how life changes direction without asking permission. You felt like home too fast, like somewhere I'd always known, like the answer to a question I forgot I was asking. You felt like home too fast, before I had time to think. Now every room feels different since you stopped being in it. Oh, you felt like home too fast. Oh, and I wasn't ready. I learned your habits, your favorite songs, the stories behind your scars, the reasons you stayed awake too long. You learned mine too, the parts I rarely show, the insecurities I hide, the things only close people know. And that's what made it different. You weren't just another name, not another almost relationship, not another temporary flame. You knew how to calm my mind on days everything felt heavy, knew exactly what to say when the world got complicated. And honestly, I think that's why it hurts. Not because I lost somebody, but because I lost the feeling of being understood without explaining myself, the feeling of being seen without performing for attention. Maybe that's why losing you felt bigger than goodbye, because comfort is hard to replace. Once you found it, you felt like home too fast, like somewhere I'd always known, like the answer to a question I forgot I was asking. You felt like home too fast, before I had time to think. Now every room feels different since you stopped being in it. Oh, you felt like home too fast. Oh, and I wasn't ready. 3:20 in the morning, city lights reflecting on the glass, and I'm realizing something about all the people in our past. Most of them leave quietly, most of them fade away, but every once in a while someone changes the architecture of your whole heart. Someone rearranges your world without even trying. And after they leave, I used to think if two people were meant for each other, they find a way. But life taught me something different. Sometimes some people arrive at the wrong time. You came into my life when I was still rebuilding mine, still carrying old heartbreaks, still trying to heal old wounds. Maybe that's why I hesitated, why I kept one foot out the door. Not because I didn't care, but because caring felt dangerous before. You deserved a version of me that knew how to trust completely, not the version still learning how to stop expecting people to leave. And honestly, I think you were fighting battles too, the kind you never talked about, the kind hidden behind your smile. We met in the middle of our storms, trying to be sunshine for each other, while secretly struggling to survive our own weather. Maybe we were right, maybe the timing wasn't, maybe love showed up before we were ready. Some people arrive at the wrong time, even when they feel right, even when the connection feels easy, even when the stars align. Some people arrive at the wrong time, and that's the hardest truth. 'Cause sometimes love isn't the problem, sometimes life is. Oh, some people arrive at the wrong time, and that was me and you. I remember remember sitting in your car outside my place around 2. Neither one of us wanted the conversation to end. The city felt asleep, the world felt miles away, and for a moment everything seemed possible. You talked about future plans, I talked about dreams I never shared, and somewhere between those words I started imagining you dead. But imagination is dangerous when reality isn't ready yet, because real life keeps moving even when your heart gets attached. You had opportunities calling, I had responsibilities waiting, different roads pulling us toward different destinations, and no amount of chemistry could change what was already true. We wanted the same future, just not at the same moment. We kept trying to hold on to something beautiful, while life kept asking us to let go. Some people arrive at the wrong time, even when they feel right, even when the connection feels easy, even when the stars align. Some people arrive at the wrong time, and that's the hardest truth, 'cause sometimes love isn't the problem, sometimes life is. Oh, some people arrive at the wrong time. Oh, and that was me and you. 3:43 in the morning, driving through familiar streets, think about alternate realities where everything worked differently. Maybe in another version of the story, we met a little later, a little wiser, a little more healed. Maybe in another timeline, we figured it out, built something lasting, turned possibilities into memories. But life doesn't happen in alternate versions, life happens here with all its imperfections. And maybe maturity is understanding that timing matters more than people wanna admit. It's strange. Everybody talks about missing the big things, the kisses, the trips, the anniversaries, but nobody talks about the random conversations. And honestly, that's what I miss the most. I saw something funny today and reached for my phone without thinking. Halfway through typing the message, I remember you don't live there anymore. Not in my notifications, not in my everyday life, not in the place where I used to send every random thought that crossed my mind. And that's when it hit me again, what I actually lost. It wasn't just a relationship, it was a witness to my life. Somebody who understood the context behind every joke, every reference, every story without needing an explanation. You knew why certain songs mattered, why certain days felt heavy, why certain places made me smile before I even had to tell you. And now all those little moments just stay inside my head with nowhere to go. It's not the big memories that keep me up at night, it's all the little things I never thought I'd miss. I miss the random conversations, the pointless talks at 2 a.m., the way we turn 5-minute moments into hours without an end. I miss the random conversations more than the things we planned, 'cause love isn't always built on grand moments, sometimes it's built on that. I miss the random conversations more than I ever expected. Remember when we'd argue about which movie was better, or spend 30 minutes laughing at something nobody else would understand. Remember those voice notes that were way too long, the stories that had no point yet somehow became my favorite part. You call me while grocery shopping, I call you during traffic jams. Neither one of us had anything important to say, but we still stay on the line. And maybe that's what connection is, not always the big emotional moments, but feeling comfortable enough to share the ordinary ones, the random observations, the unnecessary details, the pieces of everyday life that somehow become priceless later. I never realized how much those moments matter until they stopped happening. I miss the random unexpected. 3:27 in the morning, and the city feels unusually quiet. The kind of quiet that reminds you of people who used to feel it. I think that's what loneliness really is, not being alone, but having nobody specific you wanna tell things to. Nobody who automatically understands why the day was hard, why that song hit differently, why that memory showed up again. I don't just miss you, I miss the future, the one we talked about, the one we almost touched, the future we never reached. We spent hours building tomorrow, like architects drawing plans, talking about places we live and the people we become. You wanted a little house somewhere quiet, I wanted city lights and a view. We used to laugh about the difference like we'd eventually figure it out. We talked about trips we take, restaurants we try, the dog we probably adopt, the names we never agree on, and none of it felt impossible. Back when you were sitting beside me, back when forever sounded normal, back when hope felt easy. Funny how the heart works, it starts living inside the future before that future even exists. And that's what nobody warns you about. When a relationship ends, you don't just lose a person, you lose a version of tomorrow. Some dreams disappear quietly without ever becoming real, and somehow that still hurts. The future we never reach still visits me sometimes in little daydreams and late night drives. The future we never reach still lives somewhere in my mind, a place we'll never go, but I remember every mile. The future we never reach, and maybe never will. Last week I passed the neighborhood we used to talk about moving to, and for a second I pictured a life that never happened. You walking through the front door, me cooking something we probably burn, laughing about nothing important like we used to do. And maybe that's unhealthy, maybe I shouldn't visit those thoughts, but memories don't always ask permission before they arrive. Sometimes they show up unexpectedly while you're waiting at a red light or hearing a song you forgot was connected to somebody. And honestly, it's not even sadness anymore, it's curiosity, wondering who we would have become if life had gone differently. Not every future survives, not every plan comes true, but they still leave footprints on the heart. The future we never reach still visits me sometimes in little daydreams and late night drives. The future we never reach still lives somewhere in my mind, a place we'll never go, but I remember every mile. The future we never reached, maybe never will. 3:50 in the morning, looking out over sleeping streets, thinking about how many lives exist inside our imagination. The careers we have, the cities we move to, the people we love, the promises we keep. Most of them never happen, and that's okay. That's part of growing older, learning to release possibilities without resenting reality. Because sometimes life doesn't give you the story you planned, it gives you the story you need. And maybe that's what happened here. Maybe losing you wasn't the lesson, maybe letting go of what could have been was the lesson. The house never got built, the trips never happened, the future stayed a dream, and somehow that's still beautiful. Now when I think about tomorrow, I don't picture the crazy thing about time is you never notice it leaving until it's gone. We acted like we had forever, and that's why we wasted so much of it. Back when every weekend felt guaranteed, back when tomorrow felt automatic, back when another conversation always seemed available, we postponed trips. delayed plans, said we'll do it next month. Like next month belonged to us. We talked about sunsets we'd watch, restaurants we'd eventually try, cities we visit together when life finally slowed down. But life never really slows down, does it? It just keeps moving while we're busy assuming there'll always be more time. And honestly, that's the part that stays with me. Not the ending, not the goodbye, but all the moments we thought could wait. We save things for later, like later was guaranteed, never realizing later doesn't belong to anybody. We acted like we had forever, like time was on our side, like we'd always have another chance, another late night drive. We acted like we had forever, now forever feels so far. Funny how you don't see the ending when you're standing at the start. We acted like we had forever, and forever wasn't ours. I remember one particular night, you wanted to stay out longer, watch the city lights from the overlook outside town. But I said we should head home, cause we could always come back. And now that moment replays more than I like to admit. Not because it would've changed everything, not because it would've saved us, but because I understand now. Some moments only knock once, and maybe growing older means learning that the hard way, learning that ordinary nights can become priceless later. We spend so much of life preparing for tomorrow that we forget to fully live inside the day. And that's a lesson I wish I learned sooner. We kept borrowing from the future without knowing the future could run out. We acted like we had forever, like time was on our side, like we'd always have another chance, another late night drive. We acted like we had forever, now forever feels so far. Funny how you don't see the ending when you're standing at the start. We acted like we had forever, and forever wasn't ours. 3:28 in the morning, watching headlights move below, thinking about all the versions of myself that took time for granted. The version that thought love would always be waiting, the version that thought people stayed exactly where you left them, the version that confused familiarity with permanence. And I changed the pictures, changed the passwords, changed the routine, changed almost everything, but somehow your name still lives here. I don't say your name out loud anymore, at least not the way I used to. It doesn't show up in conversations the way it did back then. Friends stopped asking about you, life kept moving forward, new stories replaced old ones. New seasons came and went, but every now and then something small happens, and suddenly there you are again. Not in the room, not on my phone, not standing at the door, but somewhere inside my thoughts where memory keeps old addresses. I hear a song we used to play and your name appears. I pass a restaurant we love and your name appears. Somebody laughs a certain way and somehow your name appears, like a ghost written softly across ordinary moments. I thought time would erase it, but time doesn't work like that. Some names become part of you, whether you want them to or not. Your name still lives here, in the spaces between my days, in the songs I last month. I found an old receipt folded inside a jacket pocket. A random coffee shop date from years ago. Nothing important, nothing dramatic, just proof that we existed on an ordinary afternoon. And for a second I smiled, not because I wanted you back, not because I got sad, but because memory has a strange way of preserving things. The little details, the random Tuesdays, the moments nobody thinks will matter later. And honestly, those are the things I treasure now. Not the big milestones, not the dramatic chapters, just the quiet evidence that two people once shared a life. Maybe forgetting was never the goal. Maybe remembering differently was. Your name still lives here in the spaces between my days, and the songs I don't skip, and the memories that stay. Even when I don't say it out loud. Funny how somebody can leave but never really leave somehow. Your name still lives here, and maybe it always will. 3:15 in the morning, the city glowing outside my window, and I'm realizing something about people we truly love. They never disappeared completely, not the ones who changed us, not the ones who helped shape the person we became. Because every lesson remains, every laugh remains, every conversation remains in one form or another. And maybe that's beautiful, maybe that's what love does. It leaves fingerprints long after the touch is gone. It leaves echoes long after the voice is silent. It leaves names written into places you didn't know existed inside your heart. I don't miss you every day, I don't think about you all the time, but every now and then life says your name for me. If I could talk to my younger self, the version still hurting, the version afraid he never moved forward, I'd tell him the hardest part wasn't the goodbye. The hardest part was knowing it was coming and not being able to stop it. Nobody said it out loud, but I felt it in the silence. The way conversations got shorter, the way laughter arrived less often, the way we sit together without really being together, looking at the same room while living in different worlds. I remember one particular night, you were sitting across from me, talking about your day, and for some reason everything felt far away. Not because of what you said, but because of what I couldn't feel anymore. The closeness, the comfort, the certainty, and honestly, that scared me more than any argument. Cause arguments mean people still care. Silence feels different, silence feels like surrender. No alarms, no warnings, just a feeling I couldn't ignore. What hurt the most, watching something beautiful fade away while still trying to hold it close. I knew it was ending before it ended, and I couldn't stop it. We still said I love you, still kissed goodbye, still shared the same plans, still smiled in pictures, but something underneath that already started changing. Like a song slowly lowering in volume until you barely hear it. I kept telling myself it was stress, a rough month, bad timing, anything except the truth, because the truth felt permanent, and permanent felt impossible. After everything we built, funny how denial works, it lets you stay comfortable inside a situation your heart already understands, and mine understood long before my mind was willing to admit it. Sometimes your heart knows first, sometimes your soul notices before your thoughts catch. I know it was ending before it ended, felt it in the air somehow. Before the goodbye, before the distance, before we finally figured it out. I knew it was ending before it ended. That's what hurt the most. trying to hold it close. I knew it was ending before it ended, and I couldn't stop it. 3:36 in the morning, looking out across the city lights, thinking about all the moments I should've paid more attention to. The canceled plans, the delayed replies, the way excitement slowly disappeared from your eyes. Not because you stopped caring, not because I stopped trying, but because some endings arrive long before they're announced. And maybe that's what heartbreak really is. Not one dramatic moment, but 1,000 tiny realizations stacked on top